Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Shikha Mishra Show. Today, I want to introduce a dear friend, a colleague, somebody I've known for about 30 years, fashion designer Jattinn Kochhar. He's somebody, who did Western wear when it was not even a thing. All the designers I remember at that time were doing wedding, lehengas, trousseaux, and he's somebody who stood out with his, impeccable cuts and tailoring. He was a permanent fixture on page three parties. He was somebody who knew how to work hard, party hard, and he's now transitioned into being a visual artist. Of course, he's still a designer and he's doing many, many more things. Welcome, Jatin. It's so happy to see you and so glad to have you here today.
I am beyond joy to see you, to meet you, and to see you are happy and healthy,
Thank you.
and that's what matters.
Yes. So, introducing, like I said, Jatin Kochhar. He'll tell you a little bit about his journey and where he is today. Jatin, can you tell us a little bit about your background, how you started, how the last few decades have treated you?
Well, I started my journey in fashion when I was 18.
Okay.
I have no formal training in design, and at 19, I launched my label. And at 21, I got to do my first world tour, where it was for the first time that an Indian designer showed in Brazil. We were so far away that, and of course, there was no internet. So we had absolutely no idea. They had no idea about India. So I remember when I did my first show there in Sao Paulo. So so the papers wrote, "Fashion does exist in the land of Maharishis."
Interesting.
So I'm like, of course, क्या सोचा है आप लोगों ने? आपको क्या लगता है? So ever since then, it's been 35 years, and I've been a ladies tailor for a really long time. But along the way, it's been just an absolutely unbelievably superb journey.
Right.
Of course, I have been right at the top and right at the bottom in terms of patal lok. So I have been everywhere.
Why do you say bottom? Why Patal Lok?
I think you have to accept and encounter the good and bad.
Of course.
Most human beings believe and are made to believe that you only have to acknowledge the good. But the fact is, anything that's out of balance is not going to work. So I had to acknowledge my dark side. I had to acknowledge my traumas, all the pain I have been carrying, everything. Because I realized that I was escaping it
Right.
by partying and making noise and keeping busy and traveling. I was full of action.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you were there, at all the events, the fashion shows, the parties we did at all the hotels, and you showed up for all your fellow designers as well. So it's not even just your own events, for all the other events which our colleagues did.
But I think I reached a point where I was doing so much work uh, that it was repetitive. And it was not exciting any longer. It was like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Like no big deal.
Right.
Doing 18 regional fashion weeks
Yeah,
every year.
sorry, tell me a little bit about that. When did that start, the regional fashion weeks you did?
I would say 2010 to 2009 to 2015, 16.
Okay. And you did one every month? How did that format work?
It just, no, there was no. So leaving 1 or 2 months in the year, I was traveling every week. I was in a different city.
So these were tier 2, tier 3 cities?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Which also gave me an opportunity to experience that part of the country.
Of course.
Because most people who live in Delhi, Bombay don't know beyond it.
Yeah.
We are like sort of going a Mendak and we think the world revolves around it. So when I saw Visakhapatnam, Indore, smaller cities down south, it was just an eye-opener
Right.
to see what was happening to spend time, to get a taste of their culture. Because all my work, whether
Right.
it's art or fashion, is very strongly influenced by just regular, normal people.
Okay.
And I can go to any lens to experience that. And now I figured out a very easy way to experience that is to do metro rides.
Yes.
It is so fascinating to see people, to study body language,
Right.
to see what they're going through. It's just unbelievable. And all my ideas come from people.
Life in a metro.
Well, yeah, that would be appropriate to say that. Because each one of us has a very unique sense of style.
Right.
We may or may not be aware of it, we may not acknowledge it. For example, कुछ लोगों को तंग कपड़े पसंद हैं, कुछ को, I mean, like everybody is wearing all these big, loose clothes. So when you see so many different styles, I just put them together and I get something new. So if I choose to isolate myself, that is not going to happen. That I sit on a high horse and think, I am some hi-fi designer or whatever. So I like it. And I also think it's very adventurous. Like I'll take an Haryana roadways bus and my family and parents would be just very worried कि ये, they would be like, अब तू बड़ा हो गया है. I'm like, yeah, sure. So you think.
So, what do you think is the most stylish city in India? You've been for so many regional fashion weeks across. You've lived in Delhi all your life. I know you've shown and you've had your own store in Bombay, Goa, etc. According to you, after all these years, which is the most? How would you rate?
It's a difficult one.
Yeah.
If you talk of fashion, lots of Indian fashion, that it has to be Delhi. Stylish. People in Bangalore and Hyderabad are really making the cut. It's not copy paste.
Individualistic?
Yes, and even in Calcutta.
Okay.
And I love that people are being able to express. Whereas bigger cities, especially Delhi, is very. You see one person,
Yeah.
and then you'll see
Everybody's wearing the
everybody. They're clones. Like for example, if you go to a wedding,
same. Yeah.
I'm just giving you an example. You go to a wedding, you're coming back, husband, wife coming back, and the wife will ask, "Aji, आपने तो कुछ कहा ही नहीं मैं कैसी लग रही हूँ." So what will the guy say? Because the fact is कि सबके सभी जैसी लग रही हैं. Overdressed, over
Makeup.
makeup, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm being honest, overweight. So in my analysis, आप सब क्रिसमस ट्री लग रही हैं और एक और क्रिसमस ट्री आ जाएगा तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. In that crowd, there'll be one auntie who'll be wearing, let's say, a chiffon or a georgette plain sari, a really nice blouse and a neck piece, and she will just stand out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all the uncles, all the boys, everybody's hovering around her, and she's like the queen of the dance floor.
Yeah.
So she's earned it.
Yeah. But Delhi, unfortunately, and we all know it, has this tendency to copy each other. Everybody has blonde hair.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has this particular kind of look. So, I mean, yeah, Delhi is a city of fashion copycats. Everybody wears the same sort of tops, same sort of pants, same sort of outfits. We know this. We've been saying this for many years.
But having said that, I am glad that I have reached a point in my life where I am happily accepting everything. Good, bad, ugly, सब बढ़िया है.
Huh.
कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है फिर.
No.
So
And how did you reach this ultimate nirvana, this ultimate state of bliss?
like I said, you have to go down to Patal Lok.
When did that point come for you? At what particular time?
2015 onwards, I disappeared for like 10 years. I have just re-emerged.
Amazing.
For 10 years, I had absolutely zero social contact.
Okay.
And I actually mean zero.
Okay, you chose to just go underground.
I would say it was both ways.
Hmm.
Like in public life, out of sight is out of mind.
Yes.
And also, there was no need. I just didn't feel that I need to be back because I had done it, seen it, been
Yeah,
there.
you've done it all, you've been it all, you've. I think there was no experience that you hadn't done at.
So basically, this gave me an opportunity to experience things that I had missed on. So I spent all my time with my family,
Good.
with my parents,
Nice.
having my meals with them, hanging out with them. So I would joke because like I'm the eldest, I have two younger brothers. So we are like, हम बुजुर्ग लोग बैठ के बातें करते हैं. And interesting enough, I can share anything with my parents,
Nice.
which my brothers can't
Okay.
because they have this whole, ma baap type.
Be like respectful, have some
Yeah.
boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I'm not being respectful, but we're like pals. I can tell them the juiciest gossip. This one's hitting on me. This is happening. This auntie said that. I mean, and all of that.
Yeah.
But it's great to have this.
Who's hitting on you, Jatin? What's the gossip? Tell me.
Oh, पूछो ही मत. I was thinking कि अब तो 50 से ऊपर हो गए.
हाँ.
अब तो market value नहीं है.
हाँ.
And then I just realized that daddies are really
In
demand, man.
Yeah, daddies are in demand.
Like I'm showing off people and they're like, no, we like it.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Women like toxic men. It's a known fact. Women like it when men say no. That makes us want to chase them more. This is a very well documented fact, Jatin.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Now I don't even, not just know, I'm actually experiencing it.
Yes. So, sorry, coming back to the fact that you chose to disappear for 10 years, and I think you went on a spiritual journey during that time as well, apart from spending time with your family.
It was an opportunity to learn so many aspects of my own that I wasn't aware of.
Okay.
And things that we've all heard of, but we think it's for other people. It can't happen with us. So it was absolutely wonderful. Right from regression to all kinds of healing modalities.
Okay. Reiki, did you
Yeah,
do?
we've done. I've like,
Vipassana.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come to that a bit later.
So it was, and interestingly, anything that I got introduced to, I would just take a deep dive, immerse myself. Because I realized that people try things, but they are always on the surface. They don't even take a dive in. And then they say it doesn't work or it's not it's of no use.
But was it because of your wife Gunjan, who I know is a certified, Kundalini yoga guru? She's been into spiritual practices for so many years. Would you attribute this to her, to having somebody like that in your life, or was it your own journey?
Of course, being in the same vicinity or same area, or I mean, like we're always together.
Of course.
So most people would presume that I'm doing yoga 24 hours a day, but which is not the case. But having said that, I think just being in that environment rubs it on off you. I mean, there is no escaping.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad because we are constantly in touch with healers, gurus, actual people of substance. And just being in their energy. It's not like I'm having conversations with them, Akashic record readers.
Okay.
Like things that I won't have access to in fashion.
Okay.
I think fashion is largely a fantasy.
Yeah, okay.
Something you desire. So it's not very real. And I accept it because that's the package deal. And I had been in that non-reality for very long. So for me, everything real has to be very important. Relationships, people, food.
Your spiritual practices?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are so many different aspects. So every time I would learn something, then I would reach a point where I would be made aware that there is nothing more, there's no more juice here. Whatever you had to
Yeah.
attain, you've gotten it,
Yeah.
you need to move on.
But why do you say you disappeared for 10 years? What made you re-emerge now in 2025? Why did we see you come back?
I was absolutely miserable.
Okay.
I was very sad. I was just, and not knowing which direction. Like everything that I was aware of, I tried. But it wasn't taking me in the direction that I needed to go. I had no clarity.
So you mean you didn't need to cut yourself off from the world or go underground?
No, I'm glad I did.
Okay.
Because through that, with all the practices, I kept thinking, nothing is working, nothing is working. But the fact was that it's a journey. For me to reach here, have this conversation with you, I had to go through those 10 years. Otherwise, I wouldn't have reached here, I would have reached somewhere else. And I would be doing something else. So, this June, one evening, I was really pathetic. Like not knowing. So my only solace used to be to go to the park. I would love spending time in the park. And so I had completely isolated myself.
No contact with your fashion industry friends,
None.
colleagues?
No Facebook, no Instagram, no newspapers, no magazines. Now, this is someone who used to have 30 magazines
Yeah.
every month.
Yeah.
And not just Indian, like from here, there, everywhere, whoever's coming, you need to get me magazines. All of that means nothing. Like, and all this, people are like, oh, fashion is our life. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I had fun and I enjoy fashion. I love it. But I can't be just doing this. I'm sure there is much more and it's not giving me that joy anymore. So in June, one evening, I am miserable, not knowing what to do. And it just, and also the thing is, in these 10 years, I don't know what has happened, but I get downloads. I know it sounds very mumbo jumbo. Because I have decided I no longer plan anything in my life. No more planning. All I do is I wake up in the morning, I open my eyes, I'm still in bed, and I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Sun God, for blessing me with another day. मेरा दिन, मेरे श्वास, मेरा शरीर, मेरी आत्मा और सब कुछ जो भी मेरा है is all in your feet. Whatever happens today is on you. It's not on me. Because I can plan anything. It's not going to happen that way. It's anyways going to happen the way you want it.
God's plan.
Yeah. So then you're responsible. If it goes good, you're responsible. If it is not good, that's your wish. So I am not planning anything.
Sure.
I am done planning. And with this, I have been rolling forward. Having said that, you will reach a point like, chahte kya ho? I would have bouts where I would break down and I would speak to Almighty and I would say, why have you given me so much potential or so much information? Like, I do so many things and I'm not boasting about it, but I am bloody good at it. I'm like, so why have you given me this? Why have you given me these talents that not for me, in my understanding, if he's given you a talent, that is for the betterment of the world you live in.
But did that breakthrough come in June this year?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
In the sense, I'm sitting and I get a download. I get a word. It flashes. Vipassana. And I'm like, oh. I've been wanting to do Vipassana for 20 years, but I was never serious. Like, हाँ करेंगे कभी. And it was like, मुझे तो अभी करना है. Not knowing anything about it. So I do a Google, and I get some information, and then I realize that there is a process, and you need to apply. So I saw all the centers around Delhi, and there were no seats available. So I was like, I need to run away, but I can't. I have a family, I have kids, I have responsibilities. I just can't. But जाऊंगा भी कहाँ? कोई प्लान ही नहीं है ना. किसी
हाँ,
को
और स्पेस भी नहीं मिल रही ना, wherever you're
नहीं
searching.
विपश्यना तो अलग है.
हाँ.
My funda was I just have to go. घर से जाऊं. So I gave it another try. Luckily, there was a new center which had some seats, so I could apply. And anyways, I had been told that people have applied 5 times and 6 times before they actually got.
Space
Yeah.
to go. Okay.
So I apply and I forget about it. Because that's that moment when you're like feeling low, and then you have to pull your socks up and move on.
Move on. Huh.
So next morning I wake up, I do my prayer, and I pick up my phone to see कि मेरे mother-in-law ने और my dad, they send all these
Forward good morning messages.
हाँ भगवान जी के and all of that. So I'm like, अब जिंदगी में यही है. अब देखो इसको. So, and I open my WhatsApp and I see your application has been approved. I'm like, huh? What? क्या? मतलब ऐसे ही? And I had a month to go. And all of a sudden, I had these moments where I'd be like, how will you do it? कैसा होगा? What if you want to run back? ये होगा, वो होगा. And I'm like, just don't think about it. And I'm so glad I did it. It was...
How was that experience?
It was the best experience of 53 years of my entire life.
Amazing. Amazing.
I mean, I got to do things...
And is that what made you stronger to just re-emerge back after 10 years of not talking to anybody, not being in the social circuit?
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, I was given specific downloads. Achha, the thing is, you have no access to pen and paper there.
Right.
I mean, you can sneak in, but, you shouldn't. And there is no calendar.
Yeah.
So you don't know what day it is. So I was getting downloads by the kilo.
Wow.
Okay, make
your
this.
energy was clear, basically.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
And of course, there is no talking for 10 days. So there is absolutely no distraction. No phone, no screens, no music, no exercise, nothing. आपको वही करना है. 11 घंटे you meditate. So
Amazing.
it was something...
Were you able to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
It was a breeze.
Amazing.
I mean, I had some minor hiccups.
Of course.
But I was like, this is it. There is no resistance. And of course, it's not a fancy place. You need to clean up the whole place. And I have OCD. Like, सब कुछ साफ सुथरा होना चाहिए, सजा होना चाहिए. So I remember when I got in, that's the first thing I did. I checked out, and I realized that the loo's never been cleaned. Luckily, it's a new center.
Okay.
मतलब जब से वो बना है, उसमें मिट्टी पड़ी है या वो सीमेंट पड़ा है, तो पड़ा ही है अभी तक.
Oh,
किसने साफ ही नहीं किया है.
Got it. They've not.
So I'm like, बेटा लग जा. झाड़ू पोछा लो and get to work. I'm like, you have to be here for the next 12 days. So,
yeah,
it has to be livable.
That's amazing. And then after you came back, what change did you see in yourself or with family or career-wise?
So, it's a 12-day program in which 10 days you don't speak. So, when that got over, the 10 days, and on the last day, you get your phones back when you're leaving. I switch it on. Out of nowhere, I had 2 new opportunities. Like I had a message from an art gallery who I had gone and met 2-3 years ago, and I realized, like, for me everything is very intuitive and very energy based. You meet someone and I'm like, ये यहाँ तो टाइम वेस्ट है, यहाँ कुछ नहीं होने वाला, तुम घर चलो, यहाँ ये तुम्हारा सीन नहीं है,
सीन नहीं है.
तुम. So I hear from the same gallery that I'm trying to get in touch, but they can't because
Yeah, of course.
the phone is
Your
switched
phones
off
are switched off, yeah.
and there is no way to get in touch, and there's no social media. तो कहाँ से ढूंढेंगे मुझे? So I'm like, and then there was another opportunity to do some fashion show or something like that. So all of a sudden I'm like, अरे, because in my understanding मैं तो खत्म हो गया ना, कहानी खत्म हो गई, मतलब आउट ऑफ साइट,
Out of mind, you thought अब तो काम ही नहीं कहते सालों तक.
हाँ, और मतलब ये सब तो किया नहीं है. नहीं, बीच में कभी कभी एक दो साल में एक शो कर लिया बैंगलोर फैशन वीक जाके, ऐसे ही खुशी खुशी में, मतलब.
But you weren't consistent like
No.
you were earlier, yeah. So you didn't even imagine that these opportunities would come to you.
There was no communication with the world. Opportunity कैसे आती? So all of a sudden I'm like, what the hell is happening? And even my journey back was quite an adventure. Like सुबह 7 बजे वो ख़त्म होता है, and it's in a गांव, तो ये भी नहीं है कि वहाँ कोई बसें आती हैं. So I was supposed to be picked up, but it just so happened that my driver wasn't available. And you can't even get an Uber from there.
Okay,
क्योंकि
of
वहाँ कोई कनेक्शन ही नहीं है. पहली बात तो वो वाईफाई नहीं चलता वहाँ पे. So I kept waiting and realized कि सब लोग चले गए हैं. Luckily the center used to have a van and they said we can leave you to the main road and then
Figure it out.
I mean main road से तो कुछ मिल ही जाएगा ना. So in the back of a Maruti van where they put the luggage, because there were ladies sitting आगे, so I sit on the luggage. Actually not even sit, मतलब sit on your squat.
हाँ.
So I'm like, beta, chal. So with me there was another man and he had severe knee problem.
Okay.
So I was even more concerned because he said, मैं आपके साथ चलूँगा, दिल्ली चलेंगे. So we are left on the main road, Rohtak I think. And but we are clueless. ना उसको पता है ना मुझे पता है. So we stand there. This is peak summer. Now we don't even know which bus to take. बसें तो बहुत आ रही हैं. So finally we asked someone. तो उनको ऊपर चढ़, बहुत दया आ गई हम पे. कह रहे हैं आप जिसमें मैं चढ़ूंगा तुम चढ़ जाना साथ में. तो चढ़ गए हम. अब बैग इतना बड़ा, तो बैठ गया. A really beautiful Punjabi Sufi song came. तो 12 दिन से तो कुछ सुना ही नहीं है ना. So my first reaction is, Shazam, जल्दी से, I need this track. Beautiful track. And then the whole journey, I'm making a video because I have never done this. So I'm like, yeah, Haryana Roadways bus, look. And everybody is like giving me the look, क्योंकि ये बाऊ कहाँ से आ गया. So
how was it coming back into the real world? I mean, being here today or getting back to your career as a designer or a visual artist. Tell me a little bit about that.
So in the past 4-5 months, I have had 2 group shows.
Amazing.
I have inaugurated a couple of shows.
Nice.
And I have...
have you mentored some fashion design students?
That keeps happening. I'm always happy to share. And I tell them specifically that this is my experience. So that can be limiting. But I can only share that.
Yeah.
To give you some direction.
Yeah. But what would your advice be to aspiring fashion design students or children who want to make a career in fashion design or even as visual artists, creative?
You see, in any creative field, the thing is, there is, unlike if you want to be a doctor or an engineer, there is a fixed formula. Matlab, this plus this will give you this answer. This is not happening here. So I highly recommend everyone, if they have the opportunity and the resources to study, they should do that because it will make their journey easier. But you have to have a clear aptitude for it. and it is ruthless. And there is no guidebook.
True.
Only if you will create your unique guidebook for yourself, you'll be able to stand out. Because see, there are thousands of kids who do fashion design, but you never hear of them. We only know of maybe 10, 20 names in India,
True.
And why do we know their names? Because not only do they have the aptitude for design, they have the aptitude to communicate. Like I have understood that my strong point is my ability to communicate. There are lots of people who are very talented. Even talented designers I've come across. पर वो बोल ही नहीं सकते हैं, वो communicate नहीं कर सकते हैं. So you have to be able to share your idea with other people. Forget people. You have to share it with your team, with your design team, with your master. उन्हीं को नहीं समझ आएगा तो कैसे बनेगा?
But what advice would you give to the younger generation who sometimes I feel they feel entitled that you know we are talented, we should get somewhere, or our work should be understood, because now it's become so politically incorrect to give any sort of advice which goes, you know, which hurts them or which goes against the grain. How do you do it? How do you mentor the kids now?
This is very interesting because I understand this.
Yeah, you're not supposed to tell them anything, like any
So
feedback.
I have had my share and I have learned, and I do not advise anyone for anything, not even my kids.
Yeah.
I tell them, if you want my input, I want to hear these words from your mouth.
Yeah.
I need your input.
So you have a 23-year-old son, an
Yes.
8-year-old son, and a
My eldest is 23,
uh,
who's studying fine arts.
oh, nice.
Both my boys are extremely creative. They are very gifted. My daughter is 18,
Oh, wow.
and she's already been working for the UN ever since she was 15.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She's a teen advisor to the UN Council.
Wow. Okay.
And
And your son,
and the little one is 7. He's going to turn 8. He's a gifted sculptor.
wow.
So
So no advice to all three of them.
if they want my input, I'm happy to give. But I'm always there in the back wings.
Yeah.
Everybody's free to do what they want to do. And
But what do you think has changed? What is this resistance of not hearing anything negative? If you're not going to hear anything negative, how will you do better? How will you learn? How will you grow?
well, that's for these people who are not open.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to hear any criticism, any negativity. Everything is like, don't tell me, I know it all.
I understand that when you're young, and this was my belief, that till 21, you are in this phase. And especially with your parents. I know it all.
Yeah.
You know nothing. So I'm hearing that from my 7-year-old also. But I understand.
Yeah.
And I let it be.
Yeah.
Because at 53, I've realized that it is important to accept things the way they are. See, there are two situations. Either you can change the situation, you're in a place where you can do it. But if you cannot change the situation and you are still fighting it, it is, you're fighting a sandstorm. And you can fight a sandstorm all your life and you're not going to reach anywhere.
you're not going to
You would
do
be
it.
exhausted.
Yeah.
So I accept कि अगर मैं मेट्रो में जाऊंगा तो ये ऐसा होगा. So you're already mentally prepared.
Yeah.
So you're not getting upset कि कोई कोनी मारेगा, कुछ होगा. This is what you signed up for.
Yeah, true.
Like I remember there used to be all this, and I'm not saying that you have to be okay about it. जैसे कि फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में ऐसा होता है, फैशन इंडस्ट्री में ऐसा होता है. तो आपको पता है, you have to be aware whether you want to indulge in it or not.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
But to generalize and think कि सभी बुरे हैं, that doesn't
Yeah,
work that way.
doesn't work. It's not true. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your career now as a visual artist. Where are you? Where is your next show? Where can we see your work? What are you working on currently?
I have 2 big projects in my mind that I have figured out. Uh, Basically, everything that I've been wanting to do for 20 years, but I was hesitant. You know, मेरे बच्चे क्या सोचेंगे, या मेरी फैमिली क्या सोचेगी. I hope my wife doesn't mind, because I'm not a boxed person, and I'm always open to adventures, ideas, and I have no point of view.
That's amazing.
You know,
That's so
but-
difficult, na?
Oh,
Not to have a point of view.
by the way, it's not that I was like this all my life. I had lots of points
You
of
had
views.
lots of points of view.
Yeah. And I was like, ऐसे ही होना चाहिए. So it was like my way or the highway. Now I'm at a place where it's like my way. No. Your way and your way. No, there is no my way anymore. So for me, this is a big achievement that I'm being able to accept everything. So it's like, it's the same venue where I am having a show. I am part of a group show.
Nice.
Okay, so the thing is, I am showing with maybe new artists, but I don't have a point of view. I am happy to be here. I am happy to be with these people. I see them as creative people. I'm no longer seeing ये अच्छा art है, ये बुरा art है. Of course, I have choices. Some things you like more, but I'm absorbing and taking in everything.
Yeah.
कि सभी बढ़िया है. I'm no longer saying ये डिज़ाइनर अच्छा है और ये डिज़ाइनर बुरा है. मतलब मेरी टेस्ट का नहीं है, पर किसी के टेस्ट का
का
है
तो होगा. Correct.
और अच्छा है. भाई किसी के लिए तो अच्छा ही है ना.
Got it. So you're at peace with where you are, what you're doing, how you're doing it. It's been an amazing journey.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
also most importantly, because it's all energy based, so all the work that I do, especially all the visual art that I do, I have no clue what I'm going to make. So it's a process where I get instructions. Now don't ask from where and who.
No, I understand. It's
So,
your inner voice, actually.
It's like ऐसा canvas ले, ये size होना चाहिए, buy these colors, get this, and it doesn't mean कि आप ले लिया तो हो गया. कई बार तो सामान इकट्ठा करने में 6 महीने लग जाते हैं. It's bizarre because I'm like, what's happening? So the universe is saying, what you want to create and your energy is not matching. It ain't happening. So only the time it is going to be on the same frequency, you're going to function. So you put everything together, and then all of a sudden, one day, one evening, one night, you don't know when, you'll be like, get up, get your things, go to the terrace. I like to work in the terrace.
Nice.
On the terrace, and because there's plants and I get my space, and the next thing I know, in a couple of hours, boom,
Your work is done.
and I'm like, who did this? Like, मैंने बनाया था.
That's
I don't
amazing.
remember. I'm just listening to music. I don't know. My hands are moving and something is happening. And
Is
not-
you're a creative person, whether as a designer or a painter or a visual artist. So yeah, that's who you are actually. So
And then I will let the work sit in my face for the next few days. Then the work starts speaking to me. And I will decode the message. It's a lot of fun.
yeah.
By the way, कि क्या हो रहा है इसमें? मैंने बनाया पर मुझे नहीं पता है. मुझे पता चल रहा है कि ये है. And the work speaks to you. So the whole experience is another level.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. No, I'm just so proud of your journey, how far you've come, and to emerge from that sort of darkness and then make something new. It's incredible, really. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much, Jatin, for coming here on the Shikha Mishra Show today, and hope to see many more incredible things from you in the future. Thank you so much.
Wonderful being here.
Great.